The Paris Peace Accords of 1973 represent a significant historical event in the effort to conclude the devastating Vietnam War, which had embroiled multiple nations and caused widespread suffering over several decades. These accords were the culmination of extensive negotiations aimed at establishing peace and withdrawing American military presence from Vietnam. The negotiations commenced in 1968, but they were marred by complex geopolitical dynamics and significant distrust between the involved parties.
The principal negotiators included representatives from the United States, North Vietnam, South Vietnam, and the Provisional Revolutionary Government, which represented communist forces in South Vietnam. A major driving force behind the accords was the domestic pressure faced by the United States.
Prolonged involvement in Vietnam had become immensely unpopular among the American public, who were increasingly questioning the human and economic costs of the conflict. This pressure fueled the United States' desire to extricate itself from the war, leading to the strategic shift towards diplomacy. The Paris Peace Accords, signed on January 27, 1973, established several key agreements. These included a ceasefire throughout Vietnam, the withdrawal of American combat troops, and the exchange of prisoners of war.
Notably, the accords acknowledged the demilitarized zone at the 17th parallel as a temporary division between North and South Vietnam. Despite the intention behind the accords, the outcome was not a lasting peace. The agreements did not result in a robust, enforceable solution to the political dichotomy in Vietnam.
Following the American withdrawal, North Vietnamese forces resumed offensive operations, leading to the eventual fall of Saigon in 1975, which marked the unification of Vietnam under communist control. Critics argue that the Paris Peace Accords were a temporary appeasement that failed to address the fundamental ideological differences that fueled the conflict. Nonetheless, the accords represented a pivotal moment in international diplomacy, showcasing both the potential and limitations of negotiated settlements in complex, deep-seated conflicts. They remain a reference point in the study of peace processes, illustrating the challenges of achieving sustainable peace amidst profound political and social divisions.